Alright guys, what's going on guys? It's your boy Kree here, bringing you guys another Borderlands 3 video. In this video, I'm mainly going to be talking about like the state of the game and kind of where we're at right now. So basically, just to jump right into everything, obviously if you've been playing Borderlands 3 since launch like I did, you've been playing this game going on month number 5. That game came out in September 13th. Bro, it is February 5th at the time of me recording this, and we've only had like two major like big content drops, that obviously being the free one, which was on the 21st, which was my birthday of November, being the raid at Maliwan, the takedown at Maliwan's black site, which was amazing. That was a real fun piece of content, and there's still like a lot of like content and videos still being made about the Maliwan takedown. And then we have the handsome jackpot for Moxie, right? That came out December 19th of last year, obviously. And I feel like a lot of people might be thinking that the Moxie's DLC was a little bit lackluster. So here's my 2 cents on the Moxie situation, or the Moxie DLC. The handsome jackpot, it was awesome. It was really fun. Okay, the legendaries that were in there, they all had like this this gambling, I don't want to say gambling aspect, but kind of like casino-esque sort of feel to them, right? Like the cheat tips, the more you shoot enemies, the more like they drop little chips that power up your damage. The boomer SMG just shoots like explosive rounds. The lucky 7, bro, the lucky 7, whenever you like reload it, or you could like do this little thing where you would like reload cancel it, you would like switch up the ammo types, right? So like you could have like normal bullets, explosive rounds, and then you would have like fadeaway quick rounds, and then you would have like rounds where you would just like fire the magazine like insanely fast. And then there was another one they have where like it fires like 3 shots per one, I think, but it's like fadeaway crit style looking. I don't know, bro. The lucky 7 is probably my favorite one, although we're talking about handsome jackpot weapons, we have to talk about the ion cannon, right? Now, who here has used the ion cannon pre-nerf? I would assume that'd be most of the player base, especially since that when the Moxie's heist dropped, the boss that you could farm the ion cannon from dropped it every single time, so it was a guaranteed drop. So your first run, you'd get one. And like, I don't know about you guys, but the first time I ran it, bro, I got a beautiful ion cannon. I'm talking my ion cannon rolled with 100% weapon damage after ASC. So combine that with a rack attack build, which I was using a lot, and I still do use a rack attack build a lot on Flak, that is. I mean, they made the ion cannon absolutely stupid, right? I feel like the creamer was a gun that was not really that used. I mean, I myself didn't really use the creamer. I do feel like the people don't, or I don't want to say they don't, but they do sleep on the creamer, because the thing about the creamer that you gotta understand is that whenever you have to shoot the creamer from a certain distance for it to get its full effect. Like if you're trying to use it, I don't know, like a close range rocket launcher, or like trying to use it like a Dokkan, you're not gonna use it, right? Because the creamer at a certain like a certain distance after you shot the rocket, it splits, right? And now sometimes it'll split into 2 rockets, or sometimes it'll even split up to 4 rockets. So you'd have to use the creamer at a pretty far distance for it to actually get its good use out of it. And even then, I still feel like the ion cannon was a bit better. Now we're moving into the craps. The craps, right? The craps pistol, I feel like, is also like one of the really good like weapons that drop with the handsome jackpot. The craps, the way it works is that whenever you're firing it, you have a chance to fire either just like 1 standard explosive round, or you could have a chance to fire like a circle. I think that circle, I want to say, either had 6 or 7 of like the normal one you get. So you basically would get 6 or 7 times your value on one of those random lucky shots, versus like a normal standard shot, which is awesome. And then the Nukem was just a big like, I think the gun was coming out from BL2. And I mean, the Nukem was huge. I mean, it's just, I mean, mass amounts of AoE damage going on in the field. It was just a fun gun overall. I'm trying to think of any other like legendaries off the top of my head. The auto aim, I don't use the auto aim, so I can't really give my 2 cents on it. I used it a little bit like when the game first came out for the showcase, but after I was done with it, I was like, I don't want to use this gun. So I really haven't used the auto aim since then. And I think that's that's most of the handsome jackpot weapons. Now, as far as the legendaries, now the Stackbot, when the Stackbot first came out, I don't know if the Stackbot's still broken, but like when it first came out, right, the way the Stackbot worked is that, yeah, you could stack up you know, damage buffs per critical hit, But if you had basically any elemental weapon, or like your weapons did like any elemental tick damage, or you had any elemental tick damage going on, I even think that included like ASE's like anointments and stuff, like on shields and grenades, it would reset your buff because it wasn't a crit. And I think any pet damage also resetted your buff, which was really lame. And like generally what people would do is that you would run a stagecoach to stack up a lot of the buffs, because the way a stagecoach works, whenever you get a critical hit, it'll ricochet that pellet, and obviously it's a shotgun, so it shoots multiple pellets. You could roll one up to like 8, 12, I think you can get up to 15. It can do some really solid damage to stack up your buffs, and then you could switch over to an ion cannon at the time, and or you go into you'd go into fadeaway, pop up a lucky 7 with the shots rolled in, and then you would burst some fools down. And then what some people were doing, bro. So here's like the main the flak Stackbot build that a lot of people were using, right? You have to have a bit of terror to where you would constantly regen ammo with your terror. And then you would roll it to where your lucky 7 would have the fadeaway crit bullets, so they do a mass amount of damage. You would max out your stacks. I mean, the stacks were huge. Like you could max out like 700% damage, and you would then have your 700% damage buff, and then you would switch over to lucky 7, and you'd pop it your fadeaway, bro, and then you would just you wouldn't reload, so you would constantly keep shooting those crit bullets while in fadeaway, doing even more crit damage with the crit build with a 700% crit damage buff. Yeah, it was insane, right? Like, I saw some crazy kills, especially from the boy Dakwon. I don't know if y'all watch him, bro, but Dakwon is like one of the best flag players in the community. Dude's a straight G. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna leave a link to his channel at the top of the description. Dude is awesome. But I mean, this dude was melting Mayhem 4 Wotan in under 30 seconds with that build, with that lucky 7. Now, granted, the lucky 7 had to be a strong anointment, just how it is. But still, the fact that you're able to melt Wotan in under 30 seconds legitly without having to use God knows or anything was insane. So I just figured I just talk about that. And then the other, so I never used I don't have a Zane yet, so I really can't get my input on Zane's artifact that he got, or his class mod that he got. Amara's the golden rule, I feel like the golden rule definitely fell a bit short. And Moses green monster, I still feel like there's a lot of better ways to use as Moses green monster. I just haven't really made a build to really complement Moses green monster yet, but I probably will get to that in the future. That's most of the legendaries from the Handsome Jackpot that I can name off the top of my head. And then as far as the DLC itself, it was pretty fun. I had some fun farming Freddy for a hot minute there, especially since it was really easily an OP. But I feel like the thing that most people were missing, bro, was a raid boss, bro. People love bosses, bro. People love to go after some hard high-end PvE content, bro. So if you ever play Destiny, bro, so people like raids. You know why people like WoW, bro? Raids, bro. People love to do those big, strong, high-end PvE challenges. And that's just one thing that the Handsome Jackpot was lacking, was that big high-end PvE boss, high-end PvE content. Because I mean, dude, the Handsome Jackpot, I mean, that dude's a joke, bro. That dude's a complete joke. Without any good corrosive weapon, and then ion cannons, but he's a complete joke. He's a farmable boss for a reason, easily. There's no challenge really to that. But now it's but now it's February 5th, and we haven't gotten really anything other than a chest event. Now, I don't want to say that the game's dead, because on YouTube the game is definitely not dead. I mean, the game still pulls in solid views. But I know a lot of my friends that I played it with, earlier on, and myself included, just feel like a lot of just not really wanting to play it. I don't wake up anymore and saying, yo, I'm gonna hop on Borderlands straight. I'm gonna do this for a bit, then do that, then do that. I'm telling you, from late November all the way through December, I was feeling the Borderlands craze throughout the entire way. I was waking up every day. I was doing this, doing that, and I was gonna farm for a bit. Then I just don't find myself playing the game that much. So I just find myself, just not, being so engrossed with the game like I was earlier on. Now, I'm going to get hot. Obviously, I'm going to hop back into the game. There's just, when there's more stuff to do, when they add stuff, when they get, another content drop. I mean, I have the season pass. So I'm going to play every DLC they launch. It's just, I'm obviously not going to skip any DLC. I'm just kind of, cruising. I'm playing a lot of other games right now. I'm really caught up with some other stuff. So I haven't been really grinding on the daily Borderlands like I was. Obviously. And we've just been kind of at this point with the game where we're just like all like booling, chilling, just cruising along. Some people are just kind of bored with it. I mean, there's some stuff I could do, but like I don't want to. Like, dude, I could make a save, but man, I do not want to run through the story again. I mean, dude, run through the story each time you make a new character, get him to level 50, bro. That's a process. That's a pain in the hour. That's at least a solid 4-hour process. At least for me. I don't know about you guys. You guys probably run through the story, you know, really fast for all I know. But for me, bro, yeah, it's definitely it's a chore to say the least. But I mean, on top of but like outside of like all of that, I mean, the game is still solid. I mean, the game's still good. I mean, it's still a fun game. I still think that Borderlands 3 is like, I would say Borderlands 3 is a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, it's still a real fun game. I still have fun enjoying it. Unfortunately, a lot of my friends have fallen off. So I have to mainly play the game solo, and like trying to constantly figure out video ideas. It does get a little I don't want to say tedious, because I do enjoy making content on the game, but you know, sometimes it just does get a little bit like, dang, I'm just drawing a blank, you know. Like, I could showcase, I mean, look, okay, there's a lot of weapons in my vault that I could, like, you know, showcase, that I could probably get around to doing just to like hold myself over, but like I don't want to just only do showcase videos for Borderlands. You know, I do want to get into some build videos, but golly, dude, I made a lot of build videos before I left for PAX, and I've just been kind of like burnt. Like, I really, if I want to make a new build video, I'm gonna have to go out and farm for some stuff, and I just don't really catch myself having the time to just sit here and farm like I used to. There's other games I want to play, and there's just other stuff that I want to spend my time doing. Obviously, you know, I am going to eventually get back into that routine, that swing of things, into farming for the legendaries, and getting those really solid anointments later on, but I am just kind of like taking a little bit of a break right now and just kind of enjoying myself. And yeah, I mean, overall though, Borderlands 3 is still a good game. Just, I don't want to say it's dead, but it's slowing down for now. Holiday season was a big rush and everything, so you know, generally like the back half of January, February is like a slow time for games for the most part. But you know, I would assume that the next DLC is going to come out sometime March or April for sure. That's definitely the plan, hopefully, because you know, we still have 3 left to go. So so the game came out September. Basically we would have 7 months from now till the end of September if they were to like do it like release all 4 within the first year. Then we would have hopefully, you know, 1 every 3 months, and it's getting there. It's getting to be about that time, sometime in March. But yeah, you know, we'll see. Gearbox is probably keeping a lot of stuff secret from us at the moment, so I'm just gonna keep on with the game, just like still play it, still ride with it, you know, ride it through the low so you can enjoy the highs type of thing. And then, you know, when the next DLC hits, boom, bro, I'm gonna be on top of that DLC like crazy, and it'll be awesome, and I'll be pumping out content like a motherfucker again. Anyways though, guys, that is gonna just about wrap up the video. If you guys have your opinions on Borderlands 3, the state of Borderlands 3, please feel free to leave me your comments down below. I would love to read them and love to respond and love to get to know y'all's opinion and everything. Other than that though, guys, my name's Kree. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If y'all did enjoy the video, make sure to drop your load on that like button and subscribe if you are new. And while you're at it, go ahead and give that bell down there a little bit of a love tap for me. I greatly appreciate it. Also, join our Shrine Discord, link in the top of the description. But yeah, guys, hope y'all did enjoy the video. My name's Kree, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, guys.